Welcome back to another Matty Ice Reviews. And tonight's As Seen on TV review will be a product that I have wanted to try since I was a kid. The Ronco Showtime knife. This knife used to be advertised on TV. This all-purpose one was the one that they showcased. It is monstrous. I mean, here's my arm up next to it. It goes from my fingers past my wrist. It is just monstrous. This is a 9.5-inch knife, which for an all-purpose, it better be. This could be used for just about anything. Vegetables, meats. It even has a fork tip on the end here, so you could potentially cut a piece of meat and then serve it. I saw this, and I've wanted one for so long. I've always wanted Ronco stuff, and it was not expensive. This was only $7.99. So let's open it up and see what it looks like. Okay guys, so here it is. Look at this monster. This thing is huge, and I don't know if you guys are able to see this on camera or not, but it is a semi-serrated blade, which does increase the cutting area. And it looks like the blade does go full tang here, so this is not, just a piece that's put into a plastic handle. We've got metal rivets right here, and it goes all the way through. Another thing I noticed about this, unlike a lot of cheap stainless steel knives that you receive, this was oiled when I opened it up. So they obviously package this. It's stainless steel, but that's to keep it from spotting in there, and it also helps maintain the hone on here. Feeling the knife, it is very sharp. You can tell immediately from touching it. This thing's got a good edge on it. So it is Chinese stainless steel, but I think it's going to work just fine. And look at this monsters. I like that fork end on it too. Look at that. That's pretty beast. Okay, so let's get our test set up and let's see what Ronco can do for us. Alright guys, just for a little size comparison, here's my case knife, which is by no means a small knife. I mean, it is a pocket knife, but it's not the smallest in the world. And then here's the Ronco next to that. Look at that thing. This is just so monstrous. Okay, so the Ronco knife promises that it can cut through your vegetables, your meats. It can cut through the hard root vegetables, cardboard, paper. It claims it can chop wood, it can cut steel, it'll maintain its edge and go forward from there. Again, another knife that you cannot put in the dishwasher. What's up with that, guys? You need to be able to put these in the dishwasher. Make it dishwasher safe. That is such a deal breaker for me. Okay, first, we're going to grab our cucumber. You might remember that one from our copper knife test. And let's see if we can slice through the cucumber. You know what? That took more effort than I expected it to. I guess it's just, I wasn't expecting to have to really slice through it. But it did make a nice, even cut. But as you saw at the end, we got a little bit of a chad. Let's see if we can fix that here. We'll start at the front. That was nice. It's making nice slices. They aren't sticking to it. It's doing a good job. It is making thicker slices. Let's see if we can do a thin slice. There we go. We'll go chef style and keep our fingers in. That's about, 1/16 of an inch. It's a decent cut. So you can do it on here. And let's see how sharp this is. Let's just take a whack at this and see if we can chop right through it. That's what should happen when you hit a cucumber. It looked like it was stuck on there, but it was just a little tiny bit at the bottom. That was pretty good. Let's do that again. That was fun. Yeah, look at that. It went right through it. Okay, good job so far. But what about an apple? Another carryover from the copper knife. Let's see what happens. Wow, that went through that apple really easily. I'm not pushing that hard. I'm just making the sliding motion and it's going right through. Let's see if we can chop through this. Yeah, it's making nice slices. Very nice. Alright, let's try it on this one too. Let's see if we can chop through this. Very easily. Went right through it. Nice clean cut. Okay, so it can handle apples, but what about a harder root vegetable? How about Mr. Potato? Let's see what Mr. Potato's got for this thing. Okay, you do have to try a little bit harder on the root vegetable. It's by no means difficult, but you do have to slide it back and forth. But that's due to the design of this knife. It is semi-serrated, as you see, and those serrations require cutting motion. If this was fully, straight, it might be a different story. Thin slice. Okay, let's try one full rotation of this blade through the potato. Let's see if we can cut through it in one slide. Okay, we did. Just a little bit stuck there at the bottom. And that's a fairly thin slice. About a 1/16 on the small side, 1/8 on the large side. Not bad. A little bit thicker than a potato chip cut. You need thinner for that. Okay, so it can cut through all of those. Is it still able to cut a wood board? I'm just randomly hitting this thing. Okay, now that's a lot of damage. Compare that to the wimpy little copper knife. This thing flew through that a lot easier. By no means was it excellent. You wouldn't want to use this to chop wood, but it is possible. Okay, let's see if we can still cut a piece of potato after messing it up on that piece of wood. Went through perfect. No problem there. Let's see if this little fork end works. Look at that. Works perfect. Okay, so one thing they do advertise with the Ronco knives is that they can cut through harder material, such as aluminum cans. Oh yeah, it can. Man, it slid right through there. And comparing that to the copper knife cut, that's a lot smoother. It was gliding right through there. It really didn't take any effort. Okay. So can it still chop the potato? Let's take a look. That was a little bit more difficult. We got chunks of aluminum everywhere too. And don't cut any cans if you plan to prepare food immediately afterwards. Let's try that again. No, it still went through. It still went through. Let's see if it can chop up the rest of this cucumber. Yeah, made nice slices. Didn't go all the way through, but that's on me. I wasn't trying to push it all the way through. Let's see if we can cut that stack. Look at that. Pasta fagioli right there. Beautiful. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, let's see if we can pick our hand up so we don't cut ourselves, and will it still go through this cucumber with no resistance? Yes, it will. Alright. Testing complete. Let's see what our final thoughts are about the Ronco all-purpose knife. So, the Ronco knife, how'd it do? I think overall, for being so highly touted and shown on TV, it actually performed decently. You never think that these things are going to live up to the expectations you have, and as a kid I was always enamored by these. I'm just thrilled that it actually works as advertised. It cut those vegetables very easily. I would like to get one that's kind of like a straight knife so I could see how well it slices, but this, even with the sawing motion, this worked very well. It cut everything, it chopped up some wood, we were able to slide right through an aluminum can. This thing is amazing, and for $7.99, that's a freaking steal. I would rather buy this than the copper knife any day. I think it's a much higher quality steel that's in here, and it seems like it's going to maintain that edge for a long time to come. So overall, this knife, I have to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it did well. The only thing I don't like about it is that you can't put it in the dishwasher again. They gotta make these so they can go in the dishwasher. That's just common. That's what you want for these things. I know dishwashers decrease the life of knives because you use abrasive compounds to clean in there, but it's got to be a dishwasher product in my opinion in this day and age. And additionally, some food did stick to it, so it's not a stick-free knife, but it's not advertising that it is. I think it's a good product. I think y'all should go and get yourself some. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this one. We'll catch you next time.